3, 2, 1. Hey guys, it's Jacob Battaglia here with another episode of The Battaglia Theory. This is episode number 16, and I am here with my wonderful friend, Scott Sparkman, and today he is going to discuss all the wonderful things that he's doing in our great city, Sparta, Tennessee. As you can see behind us, we got here, this is called messtoamessagemusic.com, so I'm going to take it away and let Scott start talking about it. Scott, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for doing this.
Well, thanks for coming over and letting me be a part of it. I was just talking before you started here that this is kind of an odd feeling. It's kind of like, feels like a job interview. This is my first podcast I've ever been on, so I feel like I'm kind of being interviewed here. So it's a little squeamish and nervous.
Cool,
yeah.
So. It's all good. It's all good,
man. But I appreciate it. I've been looking forward to it.
Well, it's my pleasure for doing it, man, for real, like I said. And I know this is your first podcast, so we'll work the nerves out. Don't worry. Yeah, it's weird being behind the mic whenever you gotta sit here and talk.
Yeah.
That's why I try to do it like this, where we can actually talk to each other.
I got you. Okay.
Make it a little more chillaxing.
So I got to say, I heard you say 16 episodes.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty cool, man.
Dude, we're trying, dude. We've got.
And I remember talking to you when you were first trying to get this thing started, and now 16 episodes later,
yeah, dude.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah, man.
To be able to keep something going, for that period of time, So, and the roughest part of anything is getting started. So now 16 episodes later,
dude,
you can
man.
see that you can keep doing this, and because in the beginning you weren't sure,
Dude, I really wasn't, man, and especially, I don't know, everything has gone uphill as far as I started it, and the quality wasn't good, but you learn with things whenever you try new stuff. We got a website going now. Shout out to Painter's Dream Productions.
Who designed that for you? It better be Perry, right?
Yeah, dude, exactly. That is the thebattagliatheory.com. You guys go check it out. It takes you to all of the episodes that are dropped. So that is current up to this episode that's going to be posted on there as well. We've got information about all of our sponsors who are on there as well. And it's a really cool thing, dude. I'm glad that we've managed to get this done, and like I said, if it wasn't for people like you willing to step out, because you're probably the 5th or 6th person that's ever done first time podcaster was with me, because not really a lot of people around here know what podcasting is. I listen to podcasts all the time. That's all I do.
So you're just talking about this being an uphill climb. I'm gonna start interviewing you before this thing's over with. Uphill climb, if you're like me, you learn as you go. You work the bugs out as you go. But I believe that that's what separates the winners from the losers. If you're willing to put yourself out there and make mistakes, but grow and keep going. Until you finally reach the destination that you wanted to be at.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of times people, get discouraged and want to give up or quit. And I know that there's probably times already within 16 episodes where you've not felt like doing it, or wonder why you're doing this for, or people didn't show up, or and all the things you rely on other people, and and get let down, and you run into some discouraging things when you're trying to do something like this, or music, or anytime you're really dealing with the public, like what else we got going on here. So we'll talk about all that too. We got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, dude. Well, then you were talking about music, man. Let's hit it off with the first thing, man.
Well, I was going to save that till last, but since you brought it up, man. And
so how long have you been a musician? Let's talk about your musical stuff before this. What do you play?
Background.
Yeah, man. What got you into music?
I always tell the story about my claim to fame is that all my family were musicians.
Right.
Much better musicians than I am. I mean, real musicians.
You're a good musician. I've rocked.
But there was a story where my grandfather lived in Memphis back in the 50s, and this little boy from the projects would get him to tune his guitar. And he said that little boy would come up and visit about once a week, want me to tune his old guitar, and he said, I got so tired of tuning that guitar for that little boy. And I'd tune his guitar and then buy him an ice cream cone and send him on his way, And story has it, legend has it, that little boy was Elvis Presley.
Legend has it. So okay, dude, that's cool,
So
man.
my claim to fame is that my grandfather tuned Elvis Presley's guitar back in the 50s in Memphis, pretty cool story. So, you know, from my grandfather, uncles, and everything, all just really talented musicians. You know, I was kind of born late, so I didn't really know them. But from all the stories that I've heard, you know, that the best musicians around, I hear other musicians and family members say, you know, that it wasn't anybody better than them. You know. So I definitely did not get my musical talent and abilities from them. You know? I play guitar. I like acoustic guitar, and I've been playing since I was probably 20 years old. I'm 52 now, and I'm not any better now than I was then.
So you're too humble. You're
you know,
too hard on yourself, man.
I do what I do, and that's okay with me. You know, I didn't come by it naturally, and I certainly do have to work at it, man. It's
I get it, man. It's something about music, dude. This is coming from somebody who was around my uncle playing drums. Our mutual friend, shout out to Perry Hartman. I was watching him whenever I was a little kid, whenever he would come down to Colorado, whenever he still lived in Chicago, and he would always show me his drum stuff, you know, show me all the videos, and I was just always enamored with it. Then we moved to Crossville, and he was playing drums at the church that we were playing at. And yeah, dude, and he taught me one lesson. I picked it up, and that's how I learned drums too, man. So
I'm not that good just to watch somebody and pick it up.
I'm self-taught.
I've studied.
I can't read music or nothing like that.
Yeah, me either. But you know, speaking of Uncle Perry, shout out, you know, one of the best drummers I've ever been around.
I'm telling you.
You know.
No, dude, don't sit here. I'm not offended at all. If I was even a third as good as him, dude, I would be satisfied with my life. He
can play anything.
Dude, he can get it.
Really talented. So let's give a shout out to him. You know, we talk about a website and everything. You know, we've got a website for our music, and Perry designed that, and real nice functioning deal. You know, and we got some message2amessagemusic.com. You have to check it out. We got some stuff, man. We got some T-shirts and things. I want to show some designs here.
Yeah,
what
dude,
do we got here?
This says Heroes Love Jesus, dude. That's a
Heroes Love Jesus.
Yeah, man. Mess2amessage.com. These shirts, they come in a bunch of colors, man. I'm sitting here looking at a whole tote of them right here.
We got some for the ladies.
Or
cowgirls. Cowgirls.
Do they have the man stuff in pink
Ain't that nice?
too? I like that. I would wear a pink one too, though, man. I like pink.
We got some white ones for the ladies.
Yeah.
Another cowgirl design that I had designed these all myself. I got here.
That's cool. I really like this one right here.
Heroes,
man.
No, real men.
Yeah,
real men love Jesus. So this is my gift to you for what you do, and you come out.
Well, I appreciate it, man. For real.
A coffee cup.
Oh, the wife will
and
like the
a
coffee
little
cup.
monetary donation for everything that you do.
Oh,
man.
well, you didn't
well
have
deserved
to,
my gift to you. But you can go on this website and order all this stuff.
That is mess2amessage.com.
Mess2amessagemusic.com.
Music.com.
A lot of M's, but
it's cool, man. Like yeah, it's literally right here. You'll be seeing it the whole episode. So if you forget, just look here.
So let's continue with this Perry thing, Uncle Perry thing. So we've got a lot of work to do, and I hope to get you involved in some of this stuff too, because I've got big visions of what we're trying to do, and the technology that we have today, just like we're sitting here. You brought all this stuff here. Mm-hmm. We're at my place, and he brought all this stuff to me.
Yeah, this is at a studio that he just. It's a little office space off of the side of his. We'll get into that.
So
carry on. Sorry.
The technology that we have today is it's amazing. That you can just carry this stuff around, and then go home and do some editing and put it out there.
All through a phone. All through a single phone that you take with you. Everywhere.
Same way with music in the studios and things and emails and how we bounce tracks around these days using Pro Tools and things. The technology is so advanced that we're kind of cutting out the real need for big studios, which is perfect for a musician like myself that may not can be able to play as well as somebody else, or say Perry or whoever.
Not even play, just let alone afford to get in studio hours. You go to a studio that charges $300 an hour for them to mix something, But now you can do all this stuff.
So you can put a track down at one place and email it to somebody else, and they send it back to you, and before you know it, you've got a song, and didn't really have to go anywhere. So it's amazing. So a couple of years ago, I got into this deal, and I've tried to find advances in the technology to create music and put it out for the public in a professional manner was the main thing. Professionally, at low cost, So we got the software and the equipment and all the things to do that with, and I put out an album a couple of years ago, which is something I had always wanted to do because I like to write music.
All right. What's that album called, man? Tell it to the people here.
That album is called "Mess to a Message," and it's I call it outlaw gospel.
Okay.
It's a different kind of stuff than you've ever heard before. You can get this on the website too, but the name of the album is Country Christian Outlaw Blues, and that describes exactly what this music is. It's a little bit of country, and it's got a Christian orientation, in big letters, Christian.
Yeah.
It's outlaw, and then there's a lot of blues in it. So it's it's basically me singing about me and my relationship with Jesus, and how my life has transpired, through hardships and mistakes, tragedy, and come out on the other side and, find a relationship with Jesus Christ through all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
May have to take a little quick break.
That's fine. Hold on.
Relocate.
Are you like me, trying to get your voice out there, or are you just a small business, regular mom and pop shop, and you're trying to build a website, or you're trying to make a movie or make a commercial and you have no idea where to begin? Well, Painter's Dream Productions can help you out. He helped us out of the Battaglia Theory. He helped us create the Battaglia Theory, from literally making it look good, sound good, teaching me how to do it all, how to stream it and get it out to you guys in a good professional manner. He helped me make the logo for the Battaglia Theory. He can help me publish a book if I ever wanted to write a book. The possibilities are endless with what Perry at Painter's Dream could do. He painted my dream and made it a reality. And he's not only done it for me, but he's done it for so many other people, not only in Tennessee, but around the country. He's from Los Angeles and then lived in Chicago for a while. He knows people down in Louisiana, and everywhere in Tennessee. Like I said, he can do anything, anywhere for anybody, and he can do it reasonably priced, and fast too. I had a website within a week, and I didn't even know what he did it. Really, I asked him 2 or 3 questions about it, seeing what it entailed and how difficult for him it would be to do, and in a week or less, I had a whole website ready to go that has everything Battaglia Theory about it. And he can do it for you too. You can check him out at paintersdreamproductions.com, Painter's Dream Productions on Facebook, or Perry at paintersdreamproductions.com. He is just amazing, man. He's done it for me, and I know he could do it for you too. Hey guys, we're talking hemp, but more importantly, we are talking JW's Healthy Hemp. They're located 650 Roosevelt Drive in Sparta or 528 North Willow in Cookeville. You can reach them on the old telephono at 931-644-8463, or you can visit their Facebook page, JW's Healthy Hemp. James and Jamie ooze compassion, and they fight the fight for a holistic, natural way of living. They offer everything from CBD to edibles to Delta 8, if you're into that. They even got a hemp stick that is convenient. It's cardboard, so it's biodegradable. And all of it is literally natural, holistic remedies that's locally derived. I can't talk about that hemp stick enough because I use it daily. Everything they offer helps so many people fight depression, anxiety, whatever their ailment is. They go in there looking for a one-on-one experience that, like I said, oozes compassion and this dream of a natural, more holistic way of living. They're amazing. They're great. I can't talk them up enough. They're great. Their products are great. Everything about JW's Healthy Hemp is just great and amazing. You guys do not take my word for it. See it for yourself. All right, sorry about that, guys. We had a little quick interruption slash break.
Yeah, hey, I told you we got a lot going on around here.
Exactly, man.
We're going to get into the rest of it.
But Mess to a Message, man, you were just showing us your wonderful CD, and you were just talking about what inspired you to write that.
Right.
Get that going.
It's all about a personal relationship with Jesus, and that's what it all boils down to, and we want to talk about that as much as we can, and I try to write from the heart and write about myself and tell a truthful story and what I'm doing. So I've always written music, but I've never really been good enough or could afford enough to go into the studio and create what I'm creating now. So that's what I put into place, and we'll take a tour here in a minute of the studio that I'm now building in town, because I've been working out of a little home studio, but I want to bring this up here for the people that would like to be involved. We can bring in musicians and I just finished a gospel album for a lady that turned out really nice, and she was easy to work with, and it was great. We did it all from my little bedroom, and I just emailed tracks back and forth and here and there.
I saw that video you posted on Facebook, and that studio that you got even in your bedroom is
we pulled in some great players, and man, the musicians around this area are still some of the finest people and finest musicians around.
For sure, man.
And back to your Uncle Perry. We got a lot of work to do. We're just kind of in limbo now, getting this stuff situated. But we'll take a tour and I'll show you what we got going on.
Man, for sure.
For that.
So that's a Mess to a Message. Music.com is his website, and dude, it's just amazing, man. I see how many plates you're juggling, because this whole place that you're going to take a tour of, we'll get into it a little bit right now. Right now we're in a building that. The whole building it's a car lot, and now it's this rental space that you redid this whole place. All this he did all the work himself, and it was, we'll throw some before and after pictures in there if we got them, but I saw it before he did all this, and then now after, it's amazing what you've done with this, the inner showroom office area you got right there. The whole car lot in itself, dude, it just looked really good. It was owned by your wife's.
My wife's father has been in the car business, been a leader in the car industry in this town for 50 years.
This lot's been here for ever since.
Well known and well liked, and as well as used car dealers can be. Sometimes we have.
Issues,
but that's life. We're trying to offer a service to the community and keep cars on the lot that are dependable for under $10,000.
Dude, I saw a nice little Frontier out there, 4x4 for like 35, 45, something like that. And I mean, it was a nice looking truck, dude. Like it's good that you're trying to do that, make enough money to just stay in business, but not gouge people, because it seems like we're all just being gouged left and right with everything that's going on.
That's what I was trying to say without actually having to say it. The cost of used cars are just the same as the cost of gasoline and eggs and milk and everything. They're about double or more what they should be. So to keep cars under $10,000, that's kind of a stretch. A feat in itself, but we do take the time to check them out and as best we can and keep things on the lot that are affordable. We offer easy financing. We just had a little young girl in that came in and didn't have any credit, and she was in college and needing a car to get back and forth to school, and we were able to get her financed and put her in a car. Which she feels good to be able to help somebody like that in the community that may not have the credit or the ability to go.
The people that can't really be helped by anything like that.
They couldn't get financed anywhere else through GMAC or whatever. So we're trying to provide a service for the community. But we have done a whole lot of work around here. It's my father-in-law was Lester West, and he passed away last August.
Right.
And we really had no plans of doing this, and my wife just hated to see it go. So we purchased it and have, just been working at it ever since. We see the work that we've done here can probably lead us into the next business that we got going on in this spot, is I'm also a master electrician.
Yeah,
we got Sparkman Electric going on.
Sparkman Electric. That's wonderful. Yeah, dude, this wonderful shirt, dude. I love these kinds of shirts, dude. He's even got his name patched on there and everything. That's when you know you're official.
So I'm a hands-on kind of guy. I like working with my hands and doing things that maybe other people can't do for themselves. I got a call from a little old lady a while ago that she was having trouble with it, and I was able to offer her some assistance and take care of her needs, and and I try to do that when I can and help people in the community that
and not even just that. I mean, I've noticed, now I guess more it's kind of in an upswing, the pushing for trades versus going to college and wasting your money on a degree when you could spend a fraction, a quarter of that even, and become an industrial maintenance, go be an electrician like you, HVAC, all that stuff, because there's not a lot of people that weren't doing it. Now I'm seeing around here there is, but I'm sure in other places, even a good percentage of where we are here that people don't do it. They graduate and go to college and still just, I wouldn't say waste their money on a degree, but put themselves in indentured servitude.
Is this one of those Battaglia theories?
Yeah, dude. No, for real.
They like to talk about that. Yeah, so it's true. Even as a trade, and it's hands-on and it's hard work, and you work in the cold, but the electrical field has been good to me.
I've done it part-time with my uncle Jim Henson for a long time, 6-7 years, man, just on and off, always helping him, and I've always loved doing it. For sure, it's interesting work to get into, because it is, it's cool, man, to really work. Some people, you either like it or you don't, but I'm like you. I like working with my hands, and you can have a home that's nothing, and then you wire it all up, and now they have plugs, they have lights, they can, run washer and dryer, and they can do all that because of people like you.
Yeah, well, you learn a trade. Not only can you do it for other people, but you can do it for yourself.
And then
when that 90-year-old lady calls and her light don't work, well, I get to go out and fix her light
and help her out.
At at a really low cost as a favor to people in the community. But the one thing that I do see is the unwillingness of younger people in the generation to not want to work, which is causing some issues for tradesmen like myself, that may be getting a little older and having difficulty climbing ladders or whatever, eyesight fading or whatever, and nobody wants to work, right?
Yeah, trying to find the people to help you out is the problem. Yeah, man, I get it. For sure. It really does seem like nobody wants to work. And a percentage of that is laziness, but I feel like also a good percentage of that is, I don't know, people are just being tired of getting tired of being screwed over by corporations or people that are just going to pay you like $10 an hour. And you're supposed to work there 40 hours a week, do this, that.
And keep you at a certain level. So that just enough pay so you can't go out on your own or do something for yourself or afford to better your education or whatever, and you get trapped in that situation, and they're making all the money.
That's the whole reason, really, I started
another Battaglia theory, right?
That's the whole reason I started the Battaglia theory, dude, because I noticed this theory, man. I was tired of being sucked in by soulless corporations, wasting years of my life for me to be in the same position I was, and getting more work, no more money. If it was just me, that's fine. But now I'm more selfish. I wouldn't say selfish about my money, but selfish about what I use my money for. Now that I have 3 kids that I gotta, feed, bro. I've got a wife and 3 kids that I gotta help out. Destiny with her nails, she makes good money. But it's still not before COVID. She would have made good enough money for me to stay home and her to work, and I probably would have been fine. I would have taken care of kids. I don't care. Now that we got 3 of them, probably not so much. I've just been doing it for 2 weeks now. Just got back onto a job again, so I'm glad to be actually working a job again, man. Because being with your kids is great, But when you got 3 of them and the way they rowdy they are,
I feel you, and I remember those days too. Nothing like young kids to make you more aware of your money and Which, and especially you got your special needs kids. We can talk about that. Two of my kids are type 1 diabetics, and we've been struggling with that, with insurance and jobs and doctors and insurance company and medications and pharmacies, for the majority of their lives, and they're doing great, they're doing well, but we still, and even now we still struggle with that part of it, we have to have our own insurance, what we can afford. Now the government's made it such so that these insurance companies are no good. What you can afford is no good.
That's
so now the
saying.
doctor doesn't take your insurance. Well, how do you get your prescriptions? Now you're the one in need. You're the one struggling, but you're fighting the pharmacy and the doctor and the insurance companies.
Well, thankfully, I know what you mean with special needs stuff, because what we got going on with Chris, we're in Erlanger every week, 2-3 times a week probably. Thankfully, if it wasn't for him being on TennCare, dude, we probably would have been up a creek without a paddle.
Exactly.
The 2 months he spent in Vanderbilt, the other month, the second time, and just literally the monthly visits that we have where he stays a week at a time in a hospital, plus all the regular other appointments. Dude. So I feel you how it can be really cumbersome. Thankfully, like I said, they're all on TennCare, so I just have to really cover insurance for me and then vision, dental for her.
But even with that, with TennCare,
you still got to argue with them,
you're still the one that's in the struggle. That
we waited 2 months for medicine for one that Chris needed that we couldn't get. That it was just in that insurance limbo.
And I think that's ridiculous that the world has become such about money nowadays that you can't even find a doctor. That. That won't take insurance. I mean, if you want to pay something out of your pocket, they won't see you because you don't have insurance. I mean, what kind of position in world we live in where it's to that, and the ones that are struggling are the ones that have to that do the fighting between the three of them.
Exactly, and the ones that are really just backbones or essential people to a community. There are some people who just don't want to work, don't want to do nothing, but there are people who want to get up, want to do better for them, for their community around them, for their families. They want better, so then they work and strive for better. And I know it's different for everybody, but it's freaking places like Big Pharma, dude. Big Pharma, and just the hold that they have on
Battaglia theory, right?
Dude, for real, man. Well,
but it's a theory. It's reality.
Oxycontin is a perfect example. Whenever that whole epidemic happened, when Purdue Pharma, which is owned by Purdue Farms, they're all by the Sacklers. Richard Sackler was his name. He was the one who created, and the Sackler family created Valium, all that kind of stuff. So they'd been in the pharmaceutical world for a long time. And they pushed Oxycontin out to the people as this new type of opioid pain pill, and
that you can't get addicted to.
Addicted to, yeah. But come to find out, that was the exact opposite.
So it was the doctors, the pharmacies, and the insurance companies that created that epidemic. And
until we have something like universal health care, that's the kind of thing. When you privatize medicine and you corporatize medicine and you put a price tag on medicine, on insulin, on stuff that people need, this is the kind of crap that you get. We all need to pay something for insurance, but there should be some sort of state or country insurance that everybody pays their part into, but it helps the patient, it helps the doctor, it helps the pharmacy, it helps everybody, not just helps everybody else, the people who are making millions and trillions of dollars on our backs.
And
we're the whole reason.
It helps me and you that are fighting for our kids' lives.
Exactly.
And we're caught in the crossfire between the three entities and can't get anywhere, and we're worried to death about our children. Now we got to get and fight everybody else, and it's stress. I'm a little older now. My kids are growing. We've still got one that's 12, and we're taken care of. But man, in the struggle of being a young parent, man, I've been there, and I didn't know it at the time because I had the energy and the livelihood to get through it. You know, with God's help, really is the only way I could just. Because looking back, I'm like, I don't know how we did that.
100%, man. I mean, all of it's been weird. Literally, the twins were born during a pandemic. Like, one of the only second biggest pandemic in like American history. That first one was what, like the 1900s with the plague or whatever that was, you know. But it's I don't know. It's all weird. It's all been weird. This whole father, parent, young parent journey, dude. From the start, it's been kind of, you know, you started with the wrong foot in a sense, you know. But like you, I'm glad that I've been able to make it as long as I have, you know.
Yeah, but don't you just do whatever you got to do, you know, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes,
make sure your
man.
Kids are taken care of, you know.
110%, dude, and that's why I like talking to people like you, you know, people who are becoming, if they're not already pivotal people, like kind of columns in our little community of Sparta, you know, because Sparta's a small town. We're not no big Nashville. We're not even big Cookeville, you know. So it's kind of like there's a select few people who just kind of try to hold up, you know, what little town we do have, you know. And it's people like you who are doing that, and that's why I appreciate it coming on this episode, but also just coming on the podcast and what you're doing with, you know, your Sparkman Electric, your L&L Auto Sales, your Mess-to-a-Message music, man. It's
what else can we fit in there? You got other business we can start? Yeah,
it's cool. No, dude. I mean, I'm sure it's crazy trying to run 3 businesses on your plate.
Yeah, and it's a lot of one of them not making any money, and one of them barely making money, and one of them, you know, making money sometimes, and sometimes you got to lump it all together and you know, take from this one to make sure the other one survives, you know. So it's a love-hate relationship, you know. But I'm sure I would be better off if I just picked one and
probably
went home at 5 and you know.
Yeah, but I mean, your life probably wouldn't be as interesting.
Watching TV and things like that, you know.
Your life wouldn't be as interesting, and I don't know, man. You seem like the type of person that probably wouldn't be happy with not doing nothing. I'm
an energetic kind of guy, but you know, to work 10 hours and then go home and work 4 more, you know, that's kind of where we're at, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, those are the kinds of people that live to see 100, 120, you know. The people that keep on pushing, you know.
These businesses don't kill us first.
Yeah, exactly. These businesses don't kill us first, man. It is weird. It is weird just growing. The housing market's insane right now. Everything is just insane right now as far as money.
And back to the Battaglia theory, right?
Yeah, here we go,
you know, and here, you know, how long can things survive the way that we're going now? We're seeing banks crashing, and you know, and things is fixing to take another turn for the worse, you know. And who's going to pay for this stuff?
And at the same time, and you know what we're doing? We're all too busy fighting with each other to either notice it, change it, or do something about it.
Well,
until we can really, as a people, man, as a human race, not even just in the United States of America, there's no reason that these, you know, people in this country have just this one person that argues with just this one person that is elected, kind of, sort of, you know, in other countries, not really, you know, and it's all just these main people like Putin and Biden or Putin and Zelensky or whatever it is, you know, all that. Why do we just have, or all of us, because if you notice, we don't, I don't know, it's weird, man. You've got all these numbers, in big numbers, we don't care about those kinds of things, you know, but whenever we make a two-party system.
Or do they keep us so compartmentalized and so confused that we don't really know what the truth is to stand up against it, you know, even if we could.
Exactly. That's the thing, man. And that's why we got this two-party
system. So you
system.
get in the mindset of, I'm just taking care of mine and me, you know. And
exactly.
Then we leave everybody else out of our decision-making and our planning and our, you know.
Well, because that's the thing, a house divided can't stand. I've said that a couple times on this podcast because it is important.
Well, you got to stop saying that.
I can't, man, because it's for real stuff like this.
It is,
and I mean,
and that's the goal. I think sometimes
I do rant negatively about the big powers that be a lot,
Of course. Yeah.
Of course, I wouldn't be Jacob
You know,
Battaglia with the Battaglia theory, right?
Right. When things start to crash and everything gets turned back to the consumer. Who's paying for this stuff in the long run? You know, and you put taxes on corporations. Well, you know, of course they're going to raise their rates to meet their stockholders' demands, and you know, who's going to pay? You know, who's going to pay for the milk and eggs? You know,
exactly.
We are. You know,
and I mean, then you got generational poverty as well. Like if your parents are broke, chances are, I mean, until you can really do something for yourself, you're going to be in that same boat. You know, too. You know, and thankfully, I'm better off now. When my parents were, whenever they were older, had me, you know, but it's all just, it's crazy how everything is just literally just unfolding, man. It's all just.
Well, I feel sorry for young people such as yourself
No social
that are
security.
not going to have a way out. Yeah. Well,
yeah, dude, we're gonna have to work till we're 100, no question. Like, yeah, that's why I'm trying to plan for
buying
my future.
$200,000 houses for $400,000, and you know what happens 2 years from now when those $400,000 are only worth $200,000. You know, where's the other 200 coming from? You know, back on the banks. Well, then they're going to just put it back on the consumer or whatever. You know,
Yep, it just vanishes into thin air yet again, man. It's dude. It's all like it's just.
So I'm with you. I'm with you on these theories, man. It's.
I'm telling you, there's a reason I started this podcast. I don't know what that reason is, but I guess most of it is.
It's a sad state.
I'm trying to unite us, man, and maybe. And I do get frustrated at it sometimes, and sometimes you can physically tell in the podcast. But I kind of try to push that frustration out for people to kind of listen, man, you know, just to get frustrated with me, because they should, if they really just open their eyes, man, because I don't really feel like I'm just, as far as a normal American in this little box that wakes up every day and votes and, you know, does all this and just walks in line with exactly what the American dream is, you know, whatever they tell us it is. I really have never really been able to follow and walk that path, you know. So I've always looked up how our government's screwed us over, man.
Yeah, well, that's you know, you're talking about all the stuff we got going on in the different businesses and all that stuff. That's you know, kind of my theory too, is that I never was able to confide to
just one,
what the world thought I should be.
A cookie cutter person. Yeah, I'm not.
I do believe in hard work, and a lot of Jesus, you know.
Well, that's what we need.
Yeah.
We need more hard work and more Jesus, and we need more people who are saying they love Jesus and are Christians to act like it, you know. But I think we are going to end this up, and I really want to go check out the rest of what you got going on, and I'm sure these guys do too. So tune in for after this episode. We've got some special stuff to show you after this podcast. It'll be in the podcast, so you won't have to do anything. Literally just keep watching. We've got some songs coming at you, maybe, who knows, since we're into music here. And we're gonna
I want to show this commercial that I'm working on. I'm about to release a song. It's called Stuck in Tennessee, and I've had some local help, man, some just the best of the best working on this song with me. But it's a song I wrote, and the song was about falling in love in Tennessee and all the things in Tennessee that there are to fall in love with, you know. The song's called Stuck in Tennessee. Like, there's no better place to be stuck than in Tennessee. So a friend of mine said, hey, that song would work really well as a commercial to promote all the beautiful things and the scenery in Tennessee. So I've been working. We've cut it down into little 30-second and 15-second spots, and we're on our way to the governor's office with it to see if we can get it looked at and what they think about it. And I've got a couple of commercials built, so we will throw them in the podcast and let you check these commercials out. And hey, if it don't get on TV,
it can come here and stay with the Battaglia theory.
Exactly.
Well, man, any dream you got going, the Battaglia theory will support it. Just as you support me, I like to support you as well.
Exactly.
Because with that kind of help between both of us,
and that's what we're talking about, working together in the world and in life, and the more that happens, the
better we'll be. That's the whole
world will be. You know,
that's the whole piece of pie about the Battaglia theory, man. I try to make this about unity, about making where we are better for the people around us. Is your anniversary coming up and you want to just knock it out of the park with something cool? You want to get her a cup that's got your wedding picture on it, you know, with nice little words around it, or you want to get her a wood burn sign with just a little note on how much you love them, or maybe you want to get a t-shirt that has your pretty face on it, but you don't know where to get it. 2.0 Crafting can help you out. That is 2.0 Crafting with a K, and you can reach them on Facebook. You can see all the stuff that they do on their Facebook. Brittany has made the cup for the Battaglia theory that you guys seen on here a couple of times. She's made some shirts, some cups for my significant other, and she can't only make my wife happy and me happy, but she can make you, your wife, your husband, whoever's listening, they can make them happy, man. You want to get something for your mom. You want to get something for your cousin. You want to get something for your kid, something for your sister. She's got it, and she can do whatever you want her to do. All I had to do was send her a picture of my logo, and she threw it on a cup for me, and I had it within a week. And it's a cool cup. It came with a little straw and a lid. So if I want to be a big kid and don't use a straw, I don't have to. I can still use the lid, and the straw doesn't fall out. It literally got a little ring on the bottom that it stays in the cup the whole time. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Here we are with customizable stuff for whoever you want in your life, whatever they want in their life. She can help you do it.
You're not pointing at me, are you?
Oh, I am pointing at you. This is your shop,
I thought we was
buddy.
going to do this together, man. Just a quick little tour of what we got going on here at 238 North Spring Street, Sparta, Tennessee, man. This is L&L Auto Sales. You can see by the sign there, we've got easy financing. You know, come by, check us out. Fill out an application, check out our cars. You know, we're trying to keep something good on the lot. You know, under 10,000 to help the people in the community that might not be able to afford anything otherwise.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Got our new sign out there at the road.
Yeah. You'll see a better picture of it, guys. I took one with it. We got some people moving into the new wonderful
Renters
site.
coming in, they're working their butts off there, unloading the truck. We've got Amazon Overstock.
Okay.
Coming in next door.
Heck yeah, man. Like this lot.
That's a new business moving in. I don't even think they've got a name yet, but
We'll figure it out. Yeah, dude, we'll get them going, man, for sure. For sure. The wonderful, yeah, it's a pretty big old building, man, for sure. For sure. We'll give you guys inside of what we got going on in this here new studio we're making.
We got, we're just grateful to be able to utilize the whole place.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
We've got a mechanic space available. That'll be coming in next year. We'll be opening that up for the public.
What's up, Pupper?
This is L&L Auto Sales office area.
Wonderful wife. She's a great.
And you didn't even knock. Look.
Nah, did not.
Big old heavy door here. Soundproof door.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, dude. That thing's heavy too. I can't even hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. So this will be, with the mess it is now, we just got our heat and air done today, so we're making some progress.
Yeah, dude.
This will be the studio.
Cool, dude. We're gonna get it, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what it looks like. This place looks like this now, but don't give it too long, man. Scott.
This is where the drums go.
Oh, exactly. So all right. So that's where me and that's where me and Perry are gonna be for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though it looks like this right now, man, I don't give it long, dude. You're pretty quick with it. Get it all put together, man.
It seems like it takes forever, but we just stay at it, man. One step at a time.
Yeah, dude. That's all we can do.
Well, guys, this has been another amazing, beautiful episode of the Battaglia Theory, episode number 16. Scott Sparkman,
Thanks a lot,
you're the
man.
man, bro. I appreciate you for tuning in, guys. See y'all next week.
here in Tennessee. That's all I really need. Just you and me. You and me. Lost in Tennessee. Fall in love with Tennessee.